So what is landfilling and fly tipping? Landfilling and fly tipping is both the depositing of C&D materials on the land which will lead to elevation of ground level. The purpose of this is for development such as building village houses without authorization of the government and the landowner. Fly filling will be considered as illegal. Recently, in the new territories of Hong Kong, which is tin soil white, large-scale illegal landfilling was found near the Kingwood Flies. Actually, this is not the first case in Hong Kong. Many rural areas of Hong Kong also discovered that many farmlands are being transferred into private landfills. It has got discontented from the public, so there is the loophole from the existing policy or the responsibility of different departments. Before we investigate into the cases, we have invited Miss Bear to have tutorial about the theories of environmental politics with us. Welcome! Hello everyone, the first theory we have is neopluralism, which sees multiple pressure groups competing over political influence, and the government is an autonomous actor to look after its own interests. Business interest is also prevalent, and constitutionally it acts as a diverse political culture, and this is the result of uneven distribution of socio-economic powers, and this will create possibility of some groups and limiting others. Second, I would like to talk about the powers. The first one is decision making, which is the exercise of powers through formal setting. And the second is agenda setting, which the government constantly keep the hot issue of the topic. The first one is about individualization of responsibility. It is about how economic interests influence policy outcomes. First element of this is about social problem is caused by actions of individuals. It is that they don't consider structural cause of problem. The first one is about the solution should be changing the way individuals act. However, this did not pay attention to structural cause, so social problems continue to exist, which benefits some people and makes others miserable. And then we are going to investigate into the cases of landfilling and fly tipping in Hong Kong. So in these cases, we will see how the politics is involved in controlling this issue happens. So under neoliberalism, Hong Kong is rooted under capitalism, which emphasizes on economic interests rather than environmental protections. Although there are different pressure groups, Hong Kong government remains the actors who talk the decision makings. And the government always keep the controversial topic of the agenda setting, like the illegal landfilling around the Kingwood Flies, and the government try to use the police force to arrest the protesters in order to climb on the topic. It also exercises decision-making based on its own interests, which in this case, still no developer and landowner are being prosecuted. For individualization of responsibility, the action of constructor and driver are being individualized. However, the problem of existing policy is not considered, and the punishment is only given to the individual, like the drivers only. As the structural cause of problem is not considered, the problem continued, and this causes benefits to the landlord and developers, but impact to the villagers. In the cases of Ho San Herns, a farmer's farmland are being filled with C&D material legally, and she can't make her living from farming. And in the bay, which is a site of SSI, it is being destroyed by illegal landfilling. So how the landlord and developers can be benefit from the landfilling? After landfilling, the farmland can be changed into open storage or apply for other land uses which can earn money. For the constructor, they can save money as it is much cheaper for them to dump the C&D material into private farmland than transport them into the official landfill sites. So we can see how power is exercised behind these cases, which is mainly based on economic interests. However, the structural cause of problem is not considered. For example, for the waste disposal ordinance, with the agreement of the landowner, land can be filled on the farmland. This in turn legalizes the landfilling activity. Moreover, the implementation of the policy is not enough, with only enforcement notice and reinstatement notice is sent to the landowner with no prosecution, even there were evidence. So this has come to the end of my tutorial, so we can see how important the politics in influencing our environmental policy outcomes. The government should not shift their responsibility to the individual and the public, as this will only further deteriorate our environment. I hope that the Hong Kong government should focus more on environmental protection rather than only focusing on economic interests, as the environment is our own valuable asset. Thank you very much. See you soon. Thank you.